Blog Talk Radio.
And welcome to the Diva of Dole, our Blog Talk radio show. This is our 412th Blog Talk radio show. You can check out all our interviews here in all our shows. We're also on Twitter at Diva of Dole, and we also have a Facebook page, and you can find us on iTunes. I'm Mary Ann, and I'm at Mama_Hooch, and we have the Diva here tonight, Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hello. Hi. And you can find me at Diva of Dole.
Oh, yeah. And we have Jen's with us again tonight. Hi, Jen.
Hey. I'm at RAXJDK at Twitter.
Yeah, and also there's Anna at Causey Hooch. I don't know if she'll be calling in or not, but we'll see. I know we'll just keep her mom in your prayers. And also we'd like to shout out to at Bob Hapka and at Amy Hapka, also at Teo Penglis, at Lauren Coslow, and at Kill Trip USA, who is Ian Buchanan. So everybody watched the show this week?
I got to Thursday.
Oh, okay. But I don't know if you wanted to, I don't know, did anybody get a chance, which I just got done watching and listening to Freddie Smith and Chandler Massey talk about the big news that they've been let go at Days. Did anybody get a chance to see that? Yeah. So I don't know. I thought maybe I'd talk about that a little bit. What do you guys all think about that? They found out that they've been basically let go. They came back to do 6 shows, and that's it. Then they're done. I think this week they're done. They're done now, I guess.
Right.
But we'll see them in September.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Sonny.
Yeah.
Sonny. Yeah, I kind of got over Sonny and his attitude. That with I like Wilson together, but his attitude towards Kate last couple of months kind of turned me off, and I don't know. He just kind of bugs me. I actually kind of preferred Chandler, but I was surprised out of everybody that they picked those two, and Galen Gehring got fired too. I was kind of surprised about those.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I was wondering if you thought it was surprising, or do you think they just kind of ran out of story for Sonny and Will? Or now they kind of alluded to, like, they said, well, we can't tell you a story. Like, did we both die? Did one of us die? Did we run off together? Were we kidnapped? You know, they really didn't say that. They really weren't told whether they would come back, you know, or could come back. They really didn't know anything. And also this had to do with the contracts and everything. And they kind of explained how the whole thing worked. It was very interesting. Did you get a chance to watch it or no? If you didn't. Yeah. And they talked about it. The only thing they understand how stories go, and writers decide not to write for characters anymore, or they've run out of story, and that's how the business goes. People come and go. But the only thing they were really, really upset with was the way that it was handled. They thought after being there 9 years, and which they had a great storyline. They did with the gay storyline. That was you know. They helped make those characters. That was probably one of the first gay couples on Daytime.
Yeah.
And they created all this. Yeah, they couldn't. They said, like Freddie said, not a phone call, not a hey, we've kind of run out of, we appreciate your work, but, this is the end of the road for Wilson, blah, 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 nothing. They didn't even know. They came back on set. They said as they were reading through their scripts, like the first day, the second day, because as they were reading through their scripts, they looked at each other and they said, this isn't good. They even questioned one of the producers, but really didn't get a straight answer. So by the time they got the sixth script, they said when they were handed that, their jaws dropped. They were like shocked that was, that they were gone.
That's a crappy thing to do to somebody.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and even Chandler said, I was a little hurt by that, that they, he says, I can understand, he says, and now after these 8 days have gone, they were really upset and really PO'd about it, but I guess they understand now and they've gotten over it, but that was their only thing that really made them upset with the powers that be. He said, even with our last scenes, like the crew and everybody and other actors, like, addressed it, good luck and all that, but he said, like, he didn't name which ones, but he said those ones that make the decisions and the ones that matter didn't even say anything or didn't even talk to them. Yeah. So it's a shame, but but it's a really good good insight into, and then they talked all about their scenes over the years and what they're going to be up to now. And one thing that Freddie Smith was saying, that when they did the very first love scene, that he actually had Bell's palsy in his face. Yeah, and he said he was like really worried about that, and he had to keep his face in that. But I guess Chandler told him, he says it didn't seem like it. He said it didn't come across that way, and however they did it, they handled it really well. So I thought I had never heard that before, and they were, and I guess Chandler says he's going to keep an auditions and that open, and he might go back to Atlanta because that's where he's from. And then Freddie and his girlfriend there. Yeah, he said he still has. He says I still have a lease until October. He said, so I'm going to stay in L.A. He says I might like just to get out of L.A. for a while. And he said, even if I don't go and do any more acting, he says I'm not going to be disappointed. He said because this was like more acting jobs would be icing in the cake. But if I never act again, he said I'm pleased with what I did, like at days.
That's
on good actor. Yeah, I mean they were very gracious. So, and they want to do something for their fans. Like if they're not asked. And the Emmys are coming up in June, and they both submitted in supporting. They're going to. They both were submitting in supportive, and they both have like they can't. Freddie explained they can't use his scenes from their scenes from Adrian's death because it has to be the year like 2019. He says I was 23 days short. Yeah, so he says, but like he could be off the show, but still submit for next year, for 2020 and 2021. Yeah. So and then they're both submitting and supporting. So they made this agreement: if whoever wins has to call the other one up on stage, and they'll accept together.
That's
Yeah. They was and they both submitted. It was the scenes in the prison, I guess, where Sonny, when they're breaking up or something, where they say goodbye to each other. The scenes when they're talking, I guess, in the prison. So they were laughing because they didn't know which one they submitted, and now they both submitted kind of the same scene.
Oh man.
So yeah, it's a really good interview. And then they said they wanted to do something for the fans. They said, maybe we'll do some kind of event or something. He said because it was the fans that really made Wilson, because back in 2011 that was like groundbreaking, and he said either we were accepted or we won't, and if we weren't accepted we could have been long gone before now. So he said the fans is what kept them on. So it'd be interesting to see how they are written out. I have, no idea, but I don't know.
My question is, what was the point of aging Ari then?
I don't know. And that's a question too. They didn't even like what's going to happen to her is, and so with Gabby too. I don't know if Camilla was out there. She sounded very upset. It's kind of vague. I don't know if she was upset for Galen. But you figure that the three characters that she's has the close relationship with are those three.
Gone.
So where does that where does that leave her? Unless Stefan comes back. Yeah. So is she afraid or does she know something? I haven't really heard anything about her, but she seemed to be really upset. Yeah, what's going to happen to Ari? I know. The way they do things. Isn't it? Freddie said something about, he says, I don't know how they decided. He says, I think they put all our pictures up on the wall and threw, you know what I mean, said, okay, and pointed, okay, those two. Now, those two have to go. So I don't know. And then they said something about writing. Their characters came to the point where they never really, they would like to see their characters written with more flaws, especially Sonny. Like Chandler said, Will had a flaw. He cheated, and different things bad. But Sonny is always the level-headed one, the perfect one, the one that never does anything wrong, the one that always agrees and tries to help, and they'd like to see them be a little bit more of a gray character if they would ever come back.
Yeah, well, so. Sonny is a Kyriakis.
Right.
Yeah, but he's really sometimes he said he'd even like to do something, or like say, why don't I have a drug or alcohol problem? All the other ones do. Everybody goes through that. Something more like that. So, but anyway, it was a good interview, and he was on. I guess Freddie and his fiance, I guess I don't think they're married yet, have this YouTube channel that they do different things on. So,
oh, that's cool.
If you just go to YouTube and just put Freddie Smith and Chandler Massey, it'll come up. So, but anyway, so it'll be interesting to see where that whole story goes. So
maybe they'll get an online series.
Oh yeah, they were talking something about. Well, I'd like to. He said I'd have to probably get a entertainment attorney, but about taking the characters and maybe those two, explore Wilson more on their own. But they might be legally can't use those characters.
I don't think they can.
Today's.
They
probably not.
Can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
was
they
a
thought.
whole.
They said, well, we'll give them different names or something. Yeah.
That was
like
the whole lawsuit on
thing.
ABC.
Yeah. So.
Who owned the characters of One Life to Live?
Yeah. But it was kind of interesting and insight into the industry. There's more stuff that they talked about, but it was about an hour, a little over an hour. So anyway, it's the politics of the soap industry.
Yep. Or the
there
TV
could be more
industry.
To come. I don't know. And there could be more leaving. There's 3 right there.
Yeah.
JJ, we knew about him. So he'll be going soon, but we had known about him. So, anyway, and the other thing that was happening with Facebook, did you guys hear about next week? Bill Horton supposed to die. I don't know if we talked about that a little bit. Yeah. What do you think about that? Or why they're doing it? Or
I think they're doing it for Doug.
Yeah, to give him some kind of a story because it is his. I think they said 50th.
Yeah.
I guess we did say that. That's how he came on, was through Bill Horton.
Yep.
When they were in prison or something. Yeah. And then someone also said it's a way for JJ to leave, that he's going to go and then just decide to stay and not come back. I guess they're going to all go to. I guess this happened over in guess he's still over in Africa.
I
never
believe
hear anything
so.
about him.
Nope.
Yeah, and all of a sudden. So I guess the only original Horton left is Marie. I think she's the only one that's still alive. All the other ones, for like that original, like Allison and the 5 children, of course.
Yeah.
There. I think she's the only one. No. So. All right. What did you guys like about this week's show, or didn't like maybe?
I liked how Kayla ripped into Stefano.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Still thinking he's Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Steve had it coming anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Well, yeah, even when she'll have to go through it again when Steve comes back. Yeah. Even though poor Steve has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do it on purpose. That was Stefano's fault.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I think Stephen Nichols is doing a pretty good job of.
Oh yeah.
Trying to be a Stefano, but I think he's going to reveal himself to her. I think it's coming up.
Yeah.
In the next week or so. But they're all. So she agrees to hide him. After he gets. How does she like the scenes with Hattie?
Oh, awesome.
Oh my God.
I love Hattie.
I'll tell you what.
I do too.
They could just leave Marlena somewhere and just keep Hattie.
Yeah.
I think Deidre would be happy.
No, I think so too.
I think she would. I think she enjoys playing Hattie.
Yeah, and I like Hattie and Roman
was
better than John and Marlena anyway.
I do too.
Yeah, it's like I'd love to see them get back with Roman, Hattie and Roman.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Because poor Roman, he needs somebody.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It is creepy though. He hooks up with a woman that looks like his ex-wife. That is really creepy.
Yeah, well, yeah. and he doesn't get involved with the help.
No.
Meaning Kate, and that's 2 of it, and then there's Kate too. So I guess the whole idea was Kate did tell Hattie everything, and they went over to see Marlena and found her, tied up, yeah, and then they put Hattie in her place while Kate took Marlena to go find John. So, and then in the meantime, Chad and Abigail figured it out because of the painting. So they decide to go over, and they find Stephen-O strangling Hattie.
Yeah.
So they save Hattie. And she's hiding behind the chair.
Yep.
And she's making her comments. Which are funny, her comments.
Yeah, you really are evil.
Yeah. Oh, and then when Chad finally figures out finally realizes that's his father, and he gets the gun and he's going to shoot Chad, and he says, "You wouldn't shoot my son." He said, "No, but I'd shoot her."
Yep.
Yeah. She's been something. What do you say? A thorn in my, for a long time.
Yep.
He would love to get rid of her.
Say you married her.
Yeah. And then they struggle for the gun, and he gets shot.
Yep.
And that's when he arrives, goes and looks for Kayla to help him, and then she decides to hide him out. And that's the whole story. And then, of course, in the meantime, John or Princess Gina, she gets away with Marlena, right? Is that? And then Rafe and Kate. Well, Kate talks to Rafe. That's the Kate scenes. Kate talks to Rafe and tells him everything, and he's getting on her. You mean you knew this whole time? And you gotta love Kate. She just well, that doesn't matter anymore. She just
brush it off.
She's so funny. Yeah, she just brushes it off. But did I hear that they arrested her then when it all
Oh, I don't
when it all
know.
went down. I thought they said that she
did.
Did you hear Rafe say that after everybody had come back that John and Marlena were together, and of course they had Princess Gina there, but I thought they said that they also Roman was going to arrest Kate or something. I don't know, but you didn't see it on screen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe Kate will run into Bonnie.
I don't know. But yeah. Oh, and the one thing that was really good is finally they got John, and Rafe was on his way, and they were looking for Princess Gina, and he finds Princess Gina, and he tries to convince her, he's talking to her, and somehow, I don't know, she falls. They struggle or whatever, and she falls and hits her head, and she gets up, and you think, oh, it's Hope. She starts talking like Hope to Rafe, and all of a sudden I guess she's going to stab him or whatever, and Kate comes and rescues Rafe. Yeah. Did you love the line that he said? How was I stupid enough to fall for that? I said, yeah,
we've been saying that for months.
Yeah, we were. It's difficult. Yeah, that was really good. So Kate to the rescue then, and she knew that it was Princess Gina. So actually, they should let Kate off just for, defending Rafe or saving Rafe. Actually, probably saving his life.
And saving John.
And saving John, and I'm sure she'll get off.
What crime are they charging her with? What did she do that was illegal? I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Did you hear that or no? Or maybe it was. Maybe I didn't hear that.
Wanted. And she was harboring a fugitive.
Fugitive. Yeah, because she knew. I guess she knew about Princess Gina and she knew their plans too of what they were going to do for John and Marlena. I guess kidnapping and stuff. So she'll get out of it.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, they all will. And then Sean was trying to talk to his mother, or trying to get her to come out, but she still hasn't. So, yeah. I know. What do you think of Brady and Kristen now?
I'm on their team. I like them.
You're liking them now?
Mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've always liked Kristen. She's nuts, but I like her.
Yeah, she's nuts. Although they're still making her. I guess they're trying to redeem her.
Yeah.
This whole thing of losing her baby now. When she finds out what happened, and of course she should be happy to get her baby back, but I don't know if she'll want to go after Xander or go after Victor or whatever when that all comes out, which I'm sure it's going to.
Yeah.
But I mean, can she be that judgy about it when she stole Teresa and Brady's child?
True.
I mean, really? Yeah.
Well, everybody has done something, and they're all
they
all forget about what they did.
Of course.
Usually. Yeah. And then baby Mickey, they still haven't found a match. So how'd you like it? Victor calls Teresa.
Yeah.
And Teresa has agreed to get them both tested. Then I heard somewhere that Victor might be a match, but I don't know how Victor could. As in bad shape as he is.
Weird.
So I don't know. Yeah, but then I heard it could be Tate too. They say about siblings are supposed to be
I guess
the best match.
He's Victor's. He's Brady's grandfather. I mean, that's the only.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard Xander might be Victor's son.
Oh. It wouldn't surprise me them to change it from a nephew to a son. They've done that. They've did that with Andre.
That's true.
I don't think they need to, though. I mean, him being a nephew is good enough. I don't think he has to be a son.
Yeah.
With Sunny leaving,
and then we have Eric and Nicole. Go ahead.
With Sunny leaving, do you think maybe we'll meet one of Adrian and Justin's other sons?
If they keep Justin, we don't know if they're going to. Yeah, I mean, are they going to keep Justin?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll keep Justin.
Yeah, I hope so too.
That's double the Wally.
Wally's been fantastic this year.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, he's had a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Yeah. That's great. And on 2 shows too. He's guy's getting a lot of work. He's been doing good.
Yeah, they had Jane Elliott back for a while on General Hospital. Him and her playing off each other again.
Yeah. And did I see somewhere that she's already done?
Yeah,
she's already gone, or she wasn't on for real long. Yeah, boy, I haven't watched that in a long time. I watched that. That's the only thing that I watch. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, and then we had the old Gabby. Gabby's getting ready for her wedding.
Yep.
And so she's remembering Stefan again. Almost kind of went through the whole grieving process again.
Yeah.
She had his necklace and his picture and thinking about him. So how did you like her wedding dress? I always have to. I guess it was a dress. As little of a dress that it was.
God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't much of a dress.
No.
But it was tacky though for them to get married in the town square where Eli just got dumped, 14 months ago. That's a little awkward.
Mhm. Mhm. And then Julie gets her pacemaker, her new pacemaker, and I guess we're led to believe that now Gabby has control of that app because she got that tech guy to do it. And JJ's suspicious of this guy. It's like, where did he see him before? I don't know. So now I heard in the spoilers that, of course, Lonnie's going to break up the wedding, and it looks like that Gabby's going to trigger the app, but that Julie is really only faking it. Did she find out or something? Yeah, that Julie's really faking it. JJ might have, because JJ went to pick her up at the hospital. I wonder if JJ told her what was going on. That's what I'm thinking. If it's true with the spoilers that say that Julie is faking it. I don't know. And then Valerie came back. When she came back, did you see the hair? I didn't realize it was her until she started talking. I mean, she looked so different. It made her look different, made her look younger, I thought.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. What other? And did you notice all the dresses, all the greens? Julie had green. Abigail, maybe I'm the only one who noticed that, had a green, the bright green, and I think Valerie had bright green in their dresses. So I guess next week is when Lonnie, she stepped out. She had her nun. She come out as a nun, I guess.
Oh, man.
Her nun habit on and said, stop. Julie was just getting ready to pronounce them man and wife. She said something about hold those words. Yeah.
Hold those words.
That's kind of how it ended. Heard those words. Yeah, heard those words. Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else? I don't know. What's going on?
I kept thinking, like, with the conversation between Chad and Stefano, you're not going to shoot your son. He killed one.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't he kill his daughter, Megan? Or was that Andre?
Megan. I don't know. Was Andre Lexi, or wasn't it? She put her
Andre
in that
killed
tunnel
Lexi.
and she got that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or she got, like, sick because of what he did. Did he kill, and Stefano killed what, Benji?
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Well, Andre did.
And Megan. Yeah, I'm not sure who killed Megan. Maybe he did. Then he put Tony on an island, or I guess it was Tony, Andre. I get mixed up anymore.
I know. I don't know who anymore.
Yeah. Each time he's died, or how many times Tony died, and was it really Andre, and how many times Audrey died. Yeah. But yeah, those were good scenes with Hattie and Steven.
Oh my God.
And I think it was the other week when she grabbed him and was kissing him, and that was funny.
Yeah. I can't do it to Roman.
Can't do that to Roman. Yeah, that's right away is when he knew that it wasn't Marlena. I guess he didn't figure it out before, of course.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh,
and she let him know. Yeah. She's like, you're not that smart.
Yeah. Yeah. True. It was the old Stefano D'Amara, and he didn't know his Queen of the Night from Hattie. Yep. And we all knew right away when Marlena. I mean, Deidre did a good job of, like, right, a little bit of Marlena was there, but also a little bit of Hattie was there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think Hattie and Anna are on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
They tell her like it is.
Oh yeah, Anna. Yeah, I don't know when we'll be seeing them again. I don't know, or if I don't know when what's going to happen there.
Then
we have Ben and Sierra.
Yeah.
Clyde helped Ben escape, but he couldn't get out in time. So of course, then we have Sierra waiting for him with her motorcycle.
In the middle of winter.
Gatehouse. Yeah, back to the gatehouse, and I mean he's hurt. I guess he got stabbed or shot, or I don't know, or whatever. And then Chad finds them
on the fence or whatever.
Yeah. And was going to call the police, and Sierra begged him not to.
Yeah, that's death row for you. Maximum security.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Yeah, I know. But I hear he gets recaptured. Yeah. And he's just about ready to be executed. So I don't know.
Yeah.
How it's the whole Evan thing's going to come into play somehow, I suppose. Kind of weird. I think Maggie's supposed to start remembering things.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Sierra
still has no idea about her mother. Yeah. And Sierra still has no idea about it. Sean's been trying to call Sierra.
Yeah.
About Hope.
Yeah.
I don't even think they had scenes together.
Ben escaped. He's like running the shop. My question is,
have Sheena and
yeah.
What's that?
Who's running the pub?
Yeah, Roman's off. Yeah, Kate and Roman. And Hattie. But nobody's there. No waitresses. Yeah, so they must have had it closed down. Kayla, she used to help out. Well, she's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But nobody at the pub.
Nope.
Nobody works in Salem.
Of course not.
Oh man. So, did you hear any other spoilers or anything coming up?
I haven't heard anything.
No. I don't know. Did we cover everything? Eric and Nicole, was anything going on with them? I don't think too much.
Just that they can't find
together.
a match.
Yeah. They can't find a match, yeah. And Victor, yeah, I don't know. I think that's everything. I don't know.
And Stefano's got Kayla lying to Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you there'll be some scenes soon with Justin and like when they figure out it's Stefano.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Or what they're going to...
Oh, and Jennifer
or
finally
what Kayla's
remembered.
going to react.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was... Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of Jack and Jennifer lately. But, yeah, there was a little bit there when she found out about Hope.
Yeah.
Princess Gina,
she finally remembered it was Hope who pushed her.
Mhm. And then I know like Abigail, I don't think Kate Mancy's supposed to be on. Like she was only supposed to be there just for a short term. And I thought I saw like a clip. I was watching a clip of the promos where they found out Bill Horton died and everybody's crying and everything. And Chad says, "Well, I'll make airline reservations for us." And she said something about, "No, I don't want you to go."
Huh.
Something about she was going to go herself. Yeah, I thought that was odd.
Yeah.
Like she was going to go herself. So is she going to go and then not come back?
Maybe.
I thought it was odd because all of a sudden, like, they're going to split because they seem to be getting along. There's, like, no indication that there was any problems there. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. But Chad and Abigail can go. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're there.
Unless they're going to go to Chad and Abby again, or Chad and Gabby again.
Yeah, I don't know. Or if they're bringing Stefan back. Or they're still going to do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows if there's going to be more people leaving, too, with their contracts and stuff or whatever, or who's picked up or whatever. Oh. I don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if that's it. I can't think of anything else.
Either.
Everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. All right, then. We'll see what happens this week, I guess.
Till next week.
Okay. All right.
Bye.
Well,
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.